First up, a grim discovery rocks Sylhet and Moulvibazar as two individuals, Tanvir Chowdhury and Mokaddus Miah, are found dead in the custody of RAB and PBI. What happened behind those closed doors? We're digging deep. Next, we head to Myanmar, where the junta is admitting their promised election won't happen in dozens of constituencies. With a civil war raging, is this a sign of crumbling control or a strategic move? We break it down. Then, we shift gears to a more festive, yet cautious note as Chief Advisor Mohammed Yunus urges everyone to stay alert for any plots surrounding the upcoming Durga Puja. With preparations underway, security and harmony are on everyone's mind. And finally, a powerful call to action from human rights activists and national minority leaders, urging everyone to follow the ideals of Manabendra Narayan Larma in the Chattogram Hill Tracts. Their fight for rights continues. Don't go anywhere, and make sure you're subscribed and the bell is ringing so you don't miss a single update. Tragic custody, death surface in Sylhet and Moulvibazar. Two disturbing incidents have emerged from Bangladesh, with Tanvir Chowdhury, 24, and Mokaddus Miah, 50, found dead while in the custody of law enforcement. Tanvir Chowdhury was discovered in the custody of the Rapid Action Battalion, RAB, in Sylhet, while Mokaddus Miah was found deceased in the custody of the Police Bureau of Investigation, PBI, in Moulvibazar. These deaths have sent shockwaves, raising serious questions about the safety and procedures within detention facilities. Details reveal that Tanvir Chowdhury, who was arrested in connection with a case involving the stabbing death of his wife, was taken into RAB 9 custody on Saturday evening. According to RAB media officer KM Shahidul Islam, CCTV footage indicated that Tanvir committed suicide by hanging himself with a blanket from a ventilator in the custody room on Sunday morning. The body was later recovered in the presence of relatives, police, a doctor, and local representatives before being sent for a post-mortem examination. In the second incident, Mokaddus Miah, an accused in a murder case, reportedly surrendered to the police on Sunday evening. He was subsequently handed over to the PBI for investigation. PBI Superintendent MD Zafar Hussain stated that Mokaddus allegedly committed suicide early Monday morning by hanging himself with his lungi from the railing of a window in the custody room. These incidents are now under intense scrutiny, with families and the public demanding thorough investigations into the circumstances surrounding the deaths. The nation is reacting with concern and demanding accountability. Rights organizations are calling for immediate and transparent investigations to ensure justice and prevent future tragedies. The public is closely watching how these cases will be handled, emphasizing the need for greater oversight in custodial situations. Don't look away now, because the story that's shaking up Myanmar is even more complex than you think. Get ready to hear about the junta's election bombshell and what it means for the nation's future. Myanmar junta admits election setbacks amidst fierce opposition. Myanmar's ruling military junta has officially acknowledged a significant disruption to its long-promised general election, admitting that voting will not take place in approximately 1 in 7 national parliament constituencies. This admission comes as the junta grapples with widespread armed resistance from myriad rebel forces who are vehemently opposed to the polls, casting serious doubt on the legitimacy and scope of the upcoming election. The nation has been embroiled in a devastating civil war since the military seized power in a coup in February 2021, ousting the democratically elected government and detaining its leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. The junta has framed the elections, scheduled to begin in phases on December 28, as a crucial step towards national reconciliation. However, international observers and domestic critics are widely dismissing the polls as a mere tactic to legitimize the military's ongoing grip on power. Many ousted lawmakers are boycotting the election, and armed opposition groups have vowed to disrupt voting in territories they control. A notice released by Myanmar's Union Election Commission, published in state media, confirmed that elections would be cancelled in 56 lower house and 9 upper house constituencies. While the notice cited general reasons such as areas being not conducive to holding free and fair elections, It is widely understood that many of these excluded constituencies are active battlegrounds or regions where the military has lost significant control to pro-democracy guerrillas and powerful ethnic minority armed organizations. This includes strategic areas like the ruby mining hub of Mogok and substantial parts of western Rakhine State. The junta's struggles are underscored by recent reports indicating that a national census, conducted in preparation for the election, failed to collect data from a staggering 19 million people out of Myanmar's 51 million population. Significant security constraints were cited as a primary reason for this massive shortfall, highlighting the pervasive instability across the country and the junta's diminishing authority. But even as political landscapes shift, the spirit of celebration is in the air, albeit with a call for vigilance. We're turning our attention to Bangladesh next, where a major festival is approaching, and a prominent figure is urging caution. Professor Yunus issues stern warning ahead of Durga Puja celebrations. As preparations ramp up for the vibrant Durga Puja festival, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus has issued a strong call for heightened vigilance, urging all citizens to remain alert against any potential conspiracies or disruptions aimed at marring the celebrations. His remarks came during a crucial meeting with leaders of various Puja celebration councils in Dhaka, where discussions focused on ensuring a safe and harmonious festival. Professor Yunus emphasized the importance of community engagement and dialogue, noting that such meetings provide a rare opportunity for connection. He actively inquired about the extensive preparations being made across the country, which include the addition of over 1,000 new puja mandaps compared to the previous year. Hindu leaders present expressed their gratitude for the interim government's support, highlighting the consistent communication and cooperation from the Religious Affairs Advisor and Secretary, which they believe are vital for a peaceful celebration. Leaders conveyed their confidence that this year's puja will proceed without incident, building on the success of previous years. A significant development mentioned was the allocation of land through the Railways Ministry for a permanent Durga temple, a move hailed as historic by Jayanta Kumar Deb, president of the Mahanagar Puja Committee. He recalled Professor Yunus' past message of unity, "We are all one family," which resonated deeply with the community. Basudev Dihar, president of the Bangladesh Puja Celebration Council, also praised Yunus for promoting social harmony over heavy security, advocating for celebrations to be rooted in community spirit rather than fear. However, a palpable concern was raised regarding the proliferation of misinformation and fake news on social media. This issue underscores the need for continued leadership and collective effort to maintain unity and trust across all communities during this significant religious period. And speaking of unity and rights, there's a powerful legacy being invoked in the fight for minority recognition. We'll hear next about the enduring ideals of a pivotal figure in the Chattogram Hill Tracts. Call to uphold Manabendra Narayan Larma's ideals for minority rights. In a significant gathering in Dhaka, human rights activists, national minority leaders, and professionals have collectively urged the national minorities of Bangladesh to draw inspiration from the lifelong advocacy of Manabendra Narayan Larma, MN Larma. The discussion, held on the occasion of Larma's birth anniversary, emphasized his unwavering commitment to establishing and protecting the rights of national minorities, particularly within the complex landscape of the Chattogram Hill Tracts. Organized by the committee observing Larma's birth anniversary at the Bishwa Sahitya Kendra, the event highlighted Larma's vision for peace and equality in the region. Zakir Hossain, a human rights activist who chaired the discussion, spoke about Larma's dedication to maintaining peace in the Chittagong Hill Tracts and his tireless efforts to ensure that minority communities could live with dignity and security. The speakers underscored that Larma's principles remain critically relevant today, as minority groups continue to strive for their constitutional and human rights. Prominent figures including writer Pavel Partha, journalist Asan Mahmud, and national minority leaders Dipyan Kisha, Mainthan Pramila, and Aung Shua Singh shared their perspectives. They collectively advocated for the adoption of Larma's ideals as a guiding framework for contemporary activism, stressing the need for solidarity and a unified approach to addressing the challenges faced by minority populations. The discussion served as a powerful reminder of the ongoing struggle for rights and the importance of remembering and continuing the work of influential leaders like MN Larma. This call to action resonates deeply within communities seeking to assert their rights and preserve their cultural identities. The emphasis on following Larma's path highlights a growing movement focused on grassroots empowerment and the pursuit of justice through peaceful and principled advocacy, aiming to foster a more inclusive and equitable society. That's a powerful message, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a rapid-fire recap of all today's top stories and a huge call to action to keep you locked in. Don't miss the final moments. All right, Scoopster fam, let's do a lightning-fast recap. We saw grim custody deaths in Sylhet and Moulvibazar, Myanmar's junta admits election failures amid civil war, Chief Advisor Yunus urges vigilance for Durga Puja, and activists call to follow MN Larma's ideals for minority rights. What a rundown! Now, if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and drop a comment below telling us what you think. And for even more exclusive content, follow us on all our socials. We'll see you in the next one.